guys. Hi, how's everyone doing? All right, so welcome back to Kate's Regretless Life. Let's see what we get, you guys. So, I love to see where the stories take us. Let's begin and just see what pops up. This is going to be for August the 5th. This is always the place where it's just a general message. And then sometimes I do pull a card for every zodiac at the end. It kind of depends on what I feel so inclined to do. The other thing is this is, of course, where you can enter to win a free artistic reading with me. I choose one subscriber every week, at least one. Sometimes I do more than one. It just kind of depends. I've not selected anybody yet this week, just FYI. I will probably wind up selecting somebody tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then the next day. But, okay. So we got a little handful of cards that have just popped out. So let's see where this is going to take us. So in the story today, starting out with an 8 of Wands, we have communication, rapid incoming communication about somebody who wants something. They want to be happy. They want a wish fulfillment. This is somebody taking action to get what they want. This is somebody going after their wish fulfillment. This is somebody who is feeling compelled to, we got one life. Like, what are we doing? Let's go after this. Let's go get what it is that we want. I feel like this is a rush of courage. On one hand, you notice how it's coming in really, really fast. Or let me say it this way, because we're seeing the archer sending the arrow. I actually feel like this is somebody taking a sudden decisive action to send a message. Okay. So, and it's so sudden that, even the bird and the lion are kind of like, whoa, okay, I guess you really mean it. So this is, and you notice how intent the archer is. Archers want to hit a bullseye, right? So this is somebody being compelled all of a sudden to do something because they want it to strike their happiness. That's what I would say. They want their arrow to hit smack dab in the middle of a bullseye for what's going to make them happy. So they're aiming or gunning for their happiness, like looking for the thing that's going to bring the most satisfying resolution for themselves. Let me see though, because there is concern here. There is concern because we have a 9 of Swords next. And the concern is that they will not be able to achieve that happiness. So even though somebody's being super direct and they're taking rapid action all of a sudden, the truth is in this storyline, they're being brave, but they're scared. They're scared because what if it's not what I think it is? What if it's not the happiness I thought it was going to be? What if I'm wrong? What if I can't have this? What if it's always out of my reach? But you know what? They've decided no matter what, and it's funny because to me, this Ace of Pentacles looks like a bullseye. That's what I see here. No matter what, they know that they need to take a risk and try to have a new beginning. So even if they don't get everything that they want for their happiness, no matter what, someone is ready for a new beginning. So it's like, putting a sign on the back of the car that says, whatever, San Diego or bust. It's like, it's time that I go. It's time that I give it a shot. It's time that I try. It's time that I just go ahead and I give it my best shot because I really believe that this would make me happy. So I got to try it at least to see if that's the thing that will make me happy. And even if I fall short of it, I'm still going to have a new beginning. And no matter what, I needed that also. So I feel like somebody is really, they're being courageous. They're also I feel like this is they're overcoming their fears. The 9 of Swords is the central card. So we have five cards out, and that's the central. So like on either side of this, that's where we see the things that are creating the fear. It takes a lot of courage to go after what we want. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter who you are. I don't think any of that matters. It still is hard to think that we can just go for it and not hold back in any way. Tell me about this. Tell me about this 8 of Wands. Yeah, it's somebody who is saying, I'm not going to be a chess player anymore. I'm not going to wait and I almost feel, like whoever this is that wants to make a decision to move forward, it has something to do with, you notice how there's this feminine here, and there's all these, I look at it as different suitors coming toward her. All these different suitors that are approaching, all these different people that keep approaching. And it's as if someone doesn't want someone else to get in and get what they want. Okay, so whoever this is who's suddenly taking action to go after their happiness, I feel like it's because they realize that, I feel like this is a different individual that they are interested in. And I feel as if they're saying, if I don't act now, this individual who maybe has been cautiously fending off other suitors or other approaches or dealing with things, they're not going to maybe wait too much longer for me to make a decision, or this holdout, this game of chess, this thing that has been going on for far too long, the mental thought processes of checkmate, who's going to do what, all of that. This is a losing game unless we actually make a move. There's too much wasted time here. There's too much mental thought process. It is time for action, because at some point, the only thing that will make an outcome is action. So we double down with that message with now a Knight of Swords. So this is somebody sending a message, from what I can tell, because you see all the newsprint all over the dress. This is written word. And this is like, it's coming in, it's divinely guided. The words that are going to be spoken are words from the heart, words that are, really spoken with gravity and with sincerity. This is, it's funny because there is this, instead of her writing something in the sky, she's actually erasing a part of a cloud. Clouds block out the sun. This is going to make an opening for a ray of happiness. So I feel like this message is actually going to crack open some kind of previous, murky, foggy, unable to see through the cloud kind of energy. But I also feel like it has something to do with letting the sunshine in. This could be somebody who wants to communicate with someone who, it's like friends who have been way too long apart, way too long without talking, and they want to break the silence, and they want to, communicate to each other, and I feel like this is about breaking the silence, but I feel like somebody is finally just like, I have to do it. Yeah, definitely. We've been too long out in the cold, and this rose, you notice, although it's in the snow, this rose is still visible as a rose. There is a love here that has not been nurtured, has not been protected, has not been treated well, but that love is actually still there. And this might be why someone finally realized, oh my God, I have to take action, because this is something precious. It's something that has never gone away despite all the time that's passed, but despite all of the amount of distance and time, there is still something so sincere, so real, so delicate and transparent here. This is, I don't know if someone has recognized, has come to a conclusion that someone's emotions were real. Someone has been very hurt, very hurt. And I feel like the person who is reaching out to this individual, it struck them how wounded and how sincere and transparent this wounded individual has been. And I feel like they want to bring something into this connection, to bring something back to life, to thaw it out, to... Eight of Cups. Wow. So whoever was so wounded has been walking alone for a long time. And I feel as if... So this is a storyline that I feel a time elapse in this. I feel like this has been going on for far too long, that somebody's been alone. And whoever now wants to take action and take action rapidly, it is because they realize that, look, I'm just going to say it this way, especially now that I see this Page of Wands as a looking glass. What I was about to say is, I feel like whoever this is who wants to take action, I'm going to call it our archer, okay, just for reference point. Our archer who's decided to get out of their heads, who's decided to send a message, who's decided to go after whomever this person is, who's been out on their own. I'm going to call this person the loner. Okay. So whoever has been the loner in this situation, it's as if the archer has recognized, maybe they have been spying on the loner for a long time. Maybe they have realized, oh my God, you were sincere. You weren't out to just have a fling and then go find somebody else. That was sincere on your part. There was real love there, and you've had real wounding. You haven't rushed out to get with somebody else. You've actually still been solo. You've actually still been just trying to work through the hurt that maybe I caused you, the loneliness that maybe I left you in. This is, and it may not be exactly that. This might be something different. Maybe the archer is just seeing someone. Maybe they're not the one who caused the loner to feel this way, but this archer is seeing somebody out there saying, wow, I see you. I see the quality of person you are. I see something about you that says you don't jump around from one, false emotional connection to the next. You actually are someone of substance. You're somebody who does what they need to try to heal. They take their time. They work on themselves. They try to sort stuff out. And someone the archer has spotted this and recognized this in someone and has developed a passion for this person or redeveloped a passion for this person because they now know the quality of this individual. Okay, so the archer wants to go after their happiness. Tell me more about this. Tell me more about this Nine of Cups. What is this Nine of Cups? What do they think is their happiness? Justice in the reverse. The archer thinks that they want to come on in and they want to it's not just that the archer wants to make something right, because the archer may not be the one who did somebody wrong, okay? But they may be saying, you deserved better. I see the quality of person you are. I want to be the one to make you believe again. I want to be the one to make things right, even though maybe I'm not the one who is responsible for making you feel alone. I actually want to come in and make you feel warm. I want to be a part of this karmic balancing. The archer sees this not just as what their desire is, but as an opportunity for them to play a role in making something better, making there be this karmic balancing, this karmic justice. It could be a Libra energy that wants to come in, or someone wants to go in for a Libra. But we've got this Page of Cups, so they know to start slow. They know that to go after their own happiness and to balance things out with someone, they want to come in and they want to offer it slow. They want to, it's almost like they know not to come at this person, the loner, with too much intensity, because that could kind of scare them off just a little bit. They're aware that this could take a little bit of time to kind of bring someone back out of the cold a little bit, because I feel like the loner's been alone for a long time. And they see this. They know what would make them happy. They also know that it's worth it. They're understanding that although they want to come in fast, then they want to go ahead and invest time, not rush anything, because they don't want to stir up emotions of hurt and pain and trauma and make somebody scared that it's going to come in too fast and then run away again. So I feel like this person is coming in with a sensitivity. They come in fast, but then they slow it down, because this is something where it's like, I need to get to this person now before this person either chooses someone else or before this person closes themselves off to the idea of even talking to anybody. And then once I rush in, I want to go ahead and slow it down, because this is something I really want. This is something I want to develop with this person. I don't want it to be rapid. I don't want it to be chaos. So it's interesting, because here's the nice part. This is not a storyline where somebody needs to go save somebody else. Although, hey, I think that that's beautiful. That's a beautiful sentiment. If somebody wants to come save me, you go right on ahead. I'm not going to be like, I don't need saving. No, I think we all need saving. I think we all do to a certain extent, as far as to be uplifted, to be told that we're valuable, to be told that we matter. That's what we're here for, even here on my channel, I think, is to connect with each other so that we don't feel alone, so that we don't feel when we're going through hard things that we're the only one out there. I think that that's how we save each other. So sorry, that's my little that's my little rant for the night. We gotta have one, just at least one a week, I think. Oh my gosh. Okay. So if this person, this archer, they want to make something right for this other individual that they've identified as a high quality person who may have been very out in the cold, whether or not they're the reason that person was out in the cold. But it's not just like, oh, it's a selfless act. I need to come in and fix you because you're broken. No. This archer wants this person. That's why it's nice. If it were like, I need to come in and fix you, you're hurt, you're broken. Now it's like, whoa, slow your roll. Like, don't assume that somebody else is broken and needs to be fixed. That's not what this story is. This is about the human compassion, but also it's with that blend of, yeah, but I want you because I see that you're valuable, you know? This is not like, I'm going to sacrifice my happiness to try to make you happy. No. This is actually, I think, the best kind of, you know, I feel romantic towards you because I see your quality of person and I want to be with you. And I also see that you haven't been treated well and I want to treat you well. I think that's beautiful. Okay. My rant is put in a box now. All right, so we go to the Nine of Swords here. Why are they worried, though? Why are they worried? What's the fear here? Why is this person who has really nice intentions? Okay, the rant came back for a second, didn't it? Eight of Cups. Okay, the archer might have been the one who hurt somebody because they want to return. So that's why they're worried. So it changes the dynamics a bit because all of a sudden the archer is realizing that, wow, you were the real deal and you are somebody that is possibly quite irreplaceable. The archer, we got the Nine of Wands. So this has been a struggle. It's been a burden. This has been, the archer themselves might have gone through an awful lot of learning, a lot of hard lessons. You know, I've been reading it kind of on a biased view so far in this because I keep reading it from the archer's perspective. But now let's contemplate, why is the archer stressed? And now we see, well, the archer's been through some struggles too, right? But here we go again with that Five of Wands in the reverse and the Two of Swords in the reverse. So the archer is ready to lay down their own burdens, lay down their own defenses. I almost feel like this is a situation where we have two guarded individuals. The archer may have been guarded in the past, and I only say that because if we got to have the Two of Swords in the reverse and the Five of Wands in the reverse, that means they must have been upright at some point in the past. So the archer might have dipped on out on this loner, which is what pushed him to becoming a loner. So meanwhile, the archer has been kind of on some form of they've been on a battlefield of their own. And I say that because, come on, they're an archer. They're not, this is a form of defense tactic. So the archer may have had their own battles to fight, especially this is a wounded warrior card. So we see the archer has gone through their own turmoil. So once upon a time, when the archer interacted with the loner, they might have been the one that was all guarded. They might have been the one that wasn't opening up. They might have been the one who pretty much damaged this and might have dipped on out, leaving that other individual to become the loner. And now they've looked at that person and they've seen that person was sincere. That person was 10,000% who they said they were. That person feels deeply. That person is authentic. And at this point, now the archer has gone through something of their own, and they are able to be authentic. They are able to be vulnerable. Maybe because they've seen the. I feel like somehow they were able to see the wounding in this individual. They were able to spot it. I don't know if they spied on this person. I don't know if they saw something that they wrote. I don't know if they heard through the grapevine, but it's like they spied on this person and they saw the vulnerability in them, that they had really been wounded. And somehow that gave them some courage to say, then I could be vulnerable with you too. It's like it's instilled in them this desire of their own to be vulnerable this time, to lay down all of their fierce protective armor and try to be vulnerable. I like this story because it is about what I think is probably one of the most important things for people to be able to do. Is to be vulnerable with what we want, who we are. It takes a lot of courage to tell somebody, wow, I'm so hurt. I really wanted to be with you. I'm so disappointed that you don't want to be with me, but I will release you because I have no choice but to do that. But don't think it's because I didn't want it to work with us. To be able to say that is really, it's heartfelt, but it's as if maybe the loner even said something like this, and maybe it was on deaf ears for the archer at that point in time. And now here they are, recognizing it, really understanding it, and it has finally, it's impacted them, it's touched them. They know that that was legit. When one person has the courage to be not just vulnerable, but dignified, because to me that is a form of dignity. It also, to me, that's how we show that we are strong enough to be who we really are, right? To say how we really feel about something, that is a form of our strength, in my opinion. When you can say something that is real, when you can put yourself out there for real and honestly express yourself, that is so much power to me. That is so much more powerful than the people that have to front all the time. Not that we don't all do that, right? Because we all do sometimes. Okay, tell me about the Sun card in the reverse, though, because now we're moving into, so they're not sure how to manifest this exactly. They don't have a clear vision on how to make this work. How will this work? This is the creatrix. And even this is it's this underwater vision. So this is all about, being able to find a way to be a magician in our own life, to manifest exactly what it is that we want. And it's almost like, and I will say this is the other thing I like about this, because this is the vibe I get off of this duo of cards. This is not one person thinking that they're going to come in, sweep this person off their feet, make it all on their timeline. Like, hey, I'm back. Now, we're going to be in love. This is going to be perfect. This is what I have planned for us. No, this person is actually, this archer, this is why I'm enjoying this reading, is because the archer is coming in with a sensitivity that they didn't have before. They're not showing up to be, I'm going to save the day, I'm going to overwhelm or overpower you, fix it my way, and then create a new life for us. This is actually somebody being humble enough to come in and say, I don't know that you're going to take me back, but I am wanting to be a part of your life. I have gone through a lot of my own battles. I have learned how to be vulnerable. I have learned how to say what I want to say to you now. And I would like to see if you would give me a chance to start slowly. I don't know what we're going to create together. We would have to co-create it. So I'm not trying to tell you how it's going to be. And I think that's why they have a lack of awareness. And this card, this is a really powerful, I want to have victory kind of card. That's what it is Invictus Soul, the victorious sun. But this person is saying that victory is dependent upon both of us choosing each other, both of us choosing to co-create, not one person demanding that this is how it's going to be. I think that shows a lot of sensitivity. I like this. I like this story. Oh my gosh, I am so mouthy today. I don't know what my deal is. Yeah, because Five of Wands. We have the argument between the head and the heart. It's as if this person knows, the archer maybe knows that coming in and even being vulnerable and even being open this time does not mean that they're not going to throw the loner into conflict of saying, I wish I could trust you, but I'm scared to. This looks like that is the battle between head and heart. Like, do I do this? Do I not? Do I trust you? Do I not? This is a big deal to me because I don't know what to think anymore. But if both people are stable, we have an Emperor and we have the Queen of Pentacles in the upright. If both people step into their highest vibration, the Queen of Pentacles in the highest vibration is nurturing, think of it as like a Mother Earth energy. Okay, Mother Earth is slow on one hand, right? If we're growing plants or something, you know that you got to plant the seed, then you got to tend to it, then it has to grow, and then later it bears fruit. And so there has to be a slow, gradual, like a root system. That's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye right now. A root system has to form. This couple, whatever gender, doesn't matter, but this couple that I'm talking about, they did not have a root system before because somebody did not tend to this. An emperor tends to not just the immediate needs of his empire, but future generations. An emperor has foresight. An emperor is planning for a future. An emperor is wonderful for planning on generations of harvests yet to come and how to move. The emperor is somebody who would look at the soil and look at what to plant each season and how to tend to it and have the foresight of how best to utilize the land while they don't deplete the land, and so instead they support a great harvest. So it's really quite beautiful because the two of these characters together, if they combine their thought processes, one is nurturing, one is very giving, the other has a lot of planning strategy. The two could be absolutely amazing with what they could create, right? This is something that there's so much potential here for so much growth, for so much progress, for so much. But again, it would require both individuals to come together to do this. Tell me more. Nine of Wands. This would be almost like, but we only have one more try at this. We only have one more try to get this right. Because I'm tired too. I'm tired because maybe of what, it's like we have a masculine and a feminine here that are both weary with that Nine of Wands. Both are tired. Tired of being on a battlefield, tired of putting in energy to something if it doesn't bear fruit. You know, it's that kind of, but nobody wants to have a missed opportunity either. We get the Four of Cups in the reverse. And notice with this Four of Cups, she sits here in deep thought and she's holding on to the masculine's head, which has the top of it opened up, and we've got like scissors and little measuring tape, and basically she's been totally confused about, she holds him anyway, but she has no idea what's been going on in his head. Meanwhile, in his head, he's been working through things. He's been fixing ideas. He's been sorting himself out, sorting out his own thought processes. Now, mind you, even though I say masculine and feminine, just know it's just for identification's sake. This could be same-sex genders, doesn't matter to me, right? So you apply this however it suits you. But in the reverse, neither one wants to have missed opportunities. Also, to me, this is where there was once confusion, we have decision to not be confused anymore. So let's go to the Ace of Pentacles and tell me about this Ace of Pentacles, because what would that new beginning look like? What would that entail? What are we talking about? Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. I totally thought that was going to come out, and I almost said something. Two of Cups. Because twin flames. Because that's what I get a lot in my readings, I tell you. And I want to point out that big, beautiful, furry lion, he's back again, right? And it's funny how this is two different decks, two different artists, but look at that almost looks like a little twin, doesn't it? And of course, it's twin flame. I don't know. I just have to point out that I'm going to associate this like with the archer. It's as if this is the inner beast, the inner, and let me tell you, the emperor carries the energy of a lion also. That, they walk across the savannah and they're, the king of the jungle, and there is this thing where they want to be respected, and this almost seems like if the archer is becoming the emperor by taking action with what they really want, taking control of something, coming in powerful, trying to fix things, trying to also come up with a plan, but doing it in the best version of an emperor, where they're not trying to be coercive, they're trying to be like, could we grow a kingdom together? The outcome is this new beginning, and we see now a softer side of the lion, because you notice how in all of his furry fur, we have all these flowers. I love this card. It cracks me up every time because he's like, I don't know, to see this huge beast with flowers all over in his mane, it just pleases me. That's all I can say. We have a contentment. This isn't like a new beginning of true contentment. And even this fierce lion shows the softer side. It shows the gentleness. This could also even represent, a divine masculine coming into harmony with divine feminine energy, being able to be strong while still being sensitive and gentle. And we see just so much of this sensitivity in the entire card. That's what I see out of this, is it's not just about, a two of cups, people coming together in this twin flame energy, but it comes with a level of, flowers are blooming and things are softer. And we don't have, with the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse, I actually see this as a positive, only because the 9 of Pentacles in the upright is single, abundant, doing my own thing, I'm proud of it. We see the peacock feathers here. There's nothing wrong with being single, abundant, and being amazing at it, right? But if the truth of it is, neither one was actually so happy being single, abundant, and proud of it, that's okay. That's a vulnerability also, to say, yeah, I know I can do things on my own, but you know what? I love having a partner. I love having a true partner that is soft and sensitive, and that I can grow with, and that I'm involved with, and they're involved with my life. Again, though, we don't see this as a huge leap of faith, because we have the Fool card still in the reverse. This is in this case, they call it the Wanderer. But this is not taking a wild leap and not knowing what's going to happen. This is actually saying, we're going to make our plans, and we're going to plan the steps of our life together, and we're going to plan it cautiously. This is not wild and reckless. This is mature. This is stable. If you want to build a stable kind of future with anything, you kind of have to have an idea of where you're going, what you're doing, why you're doing it. And I like the fact that all of this comes back around to, even once people agree that we want to have this new beginning, and yes, we have this wonderful connection and sensitivity, we also are not going to lose sight of the fact that we want to do this slow. We don't want arrogance or ego to come in. We don't want to think of ourselves as single if we're working as a unit now. Now, of course, if that does not suit you, if you're like, well, I like to be in a partnership, but I still want to maintain all of my independence, that's perfect. You can do that too, right? This reading is not to say what you must do or what's better or what's worse. It's just coming out that in this reading, this is a scenario where someone would be saying, we want to act as a unit, not as like, I'm single and I don't factor you into my choices. That's what I mean. But hey, if it's not your reading, click off, no worries. Not everyone is going to be anything that resonates with you, right? These are just readings anyway. They're just for inspiration. But we've got a 9 of Wands here yet again. And so it's a memory that no matter what, we're always going to be working on things. We're always going to be choosing to stay together, choosing each other, choosing to overcome obstacles, choosing to use all the skills that we have. Only this time, we're doing it together. We're doing it as a duo. It's like my happiness and success is interwoven into yours because we're choosing to do it as a unit. So therefore, together, we look at how we'll get over obstacles. It's not one person anymore. Nine of Wands, the fact that it came out 3 times. Let me just get one more card just because I want to understand that a little bit. Ace of Coins. So this is beautiful because, you know, a 10 is a full completion, right? The 9 says we're getting really close. It says we've learned a lot. It says we're almost there. Keep pushing. And what they're pushing for is to get this new beginning, truly get this new beginning. So this is really, I don't know, this is a story of kind of like a redemption and the direction that something could flow if we take it nice and easy and we are vulnerable, not full of hurt and vinegar and sass, but rather really just saying, I just would love to have something that works. I would love to have something that's sincere. I would love to have something that doesn't have drama. But when we encounter problems, we don't run or get defensive. Instead, we go, all right, so how do we get through this one together? You know, and it's like, it's the difference between, you know, like pushing each other away to go work on our own stuff versus saying, okay, it looks like we're facing something. So how do we do this together so that we can get this all sorted out so that we get right back on the path of us being successful together? You know, again, I've said this before, but it's almost like making an obstacle be the enemy, not one another be the enemy. So kind of a sweet reading. All right, you guys, take good care of yourselves. It's wonderful to have you with me. Have a beautiful, beautiful night. All right. Bye.